Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Admiral Pegasus and this is the Pegasus Show, and on today's show we are going to be taking another look at the Meridian. Yes, the last video that I had on Meridian, while it did cover a lot of stuff, there was a couple of things that have been mentioned to me that it didn't cover enough of. So hopefully during this video I'm going to cover that in a little bit more detail and preferably, hopefully not as long. But anyway, before we get into all that, if you'd like to know when I go live or release a new video, please subscribe to the channel. So, the Meridian. This was introduced a good couple of years ago from the time of recording. Obviously, it's March 2024 at the time of recording, but this was released around about 2 to 2.5 years ago, something like that. And it was brought in when Territory was also released, and it was brought in to mine the new Isogen mining nodes in there. Now, what we will cover in this video is we're going to cover the where you can actually source this thing, upgrade costs, crewing, most importantly, little tricks of the trade, and also the refit that is also available, and we will also mention a few little bits of research which do actually help this thing, because when this thing was released, it was released with a load of non-player friendly attributes. So let's go ahead and take a quick start. So as you can see at the top there, ship's ability is a mining bonus for Isogen. Now bearing in mind there are 3 nodes which we will cover a little bit later in the video, but as you can see, this is going to give a 2000% bonus to mining. That is incredibly fast and pretty good, in all honesty. Now, I will just say for those nodes you can use, if you are a low level player, you can use those nodes with a horizon as well if you wanted. But trust me, this is your bread and butter for mining those nodes. So, let's have a look then. I've put that in, yes, I've got notes, and I've put acquiring blueprints actually a little bit further down. But anyway, so let's jump into where you can actually acquire this. So obviously going through this step by step, the first place that you can acquire it is pure and simple. It's in the in-app store, and what the pack you'll need to go over, particularly because it is contained within a pack, if the game will ever load fast enough, is going to be down here, and you're looking for special ships unlocks. And then when it loads up, what you'll do is you'll scroll across to the Meridian. Now, as you can see here, we've got 2 different packs. We've got a $100 pack and we've got a $50 pack. Yes, I am going to use the terms in dollars, because dollars and pounds in this game, for some peculiar reason, are exactly the same. Yeah. Shouldn't there be some sort of like exchange rate or something like that? But then again, I don't make up the prices. This is Scopely. So, I think it's Scopely anyway. I can't remember how it all bloody works. It's annoying. But anyway, so what you're going to have there, you've got 2 full unlocks. As you can see, you've got a standard one here, which will give you a full unlock. And as you can see, it's limited to 2. So you can end up with 2 of these. Would I recommend 2 of these? Absolutely. I have 3. And trust me, at Ops 49, 3 is not enough anymore. It's not enough, in all honesty. But anyway, so you got that. You're going to get a little bit of ship XP to go with it as well. So obviously you can get 2 of them, so that's going to give you 2 Meridians. And again, with the Elite one, you can get another 2, but this one's going to throw in some ISO emulsion for you. 28,000, not particularly too bad, but again, you will be able to buy 2 of these, $200. And that's that. Now, if you don't want to spend any money, and this was one comment actually released on, dropped on the video quite recently actually. If you don't want to spend any money, the only other place you can source this is in the end of Arc event store. So if we actually jump into the event store, I can be able to show, I've got the event store up, so we're going to ship blueprints, and mine's all the way down here for some peculiar reason. Here we go. So Meridian, as you can see, it's limited to 40, but you're going to get 5 blueprints for every single pull at a cost of 7,500. So here's your costs, because that, in actual fact, is 200 blueprints you can do. So again, that's 2 Meridians you can get from this store. So now, once you've got those 2, as far as I'm aware, it will still reappear again, because as I say, I've got 3, I see it, so, and I'm not actually at the limit point. So if you do want to get this Meridian for free, you will simply need to participate in the end of arc event, getting your event store currency, and you will be able to acquire 1 or 2. Now, where are you going to... Well, where do we start with this? Well, pure and simple, let's actually jump out into space, and where I'm going to start throwing up some screenshots now, courtesy of stsc.space. So, as your first one then, it's the build cost and everything. As you can see, it does say on there 100 blueprints, and it requires you to need shipyard 25. That's where it becomes available. Obviously, you can enter territory at Ops 20, and with a warp range of... Actually, I'm not 100% sure what the warp range is, and I can't double check it, because even my smallest ship, the Rialta, can actually reach it as well. And not because I've got a load of warp range increasing research done. So its active ship ability, as well as we saw, is 2000%. It will max out at tier 9, level 45 at 4,300. That is a lot. Now, I have 3, as you can see, sat in my docks, all tier 9. And how much does that cost me? Well, pure and simple, here's the raw cost. As you can see, 465 million titanium, 124 million dilithium, an assortment of G3 and G4 materials, including the G4 epics, but do not worry yourselves, you will be able to source them through different events, or, well, through the battle pass as well, I think, if I remember correctly, once you get into the G4 region. So obviously you're not going to be able to max this thing out until you actually reach G4, which is a shame, because obviously there are 2 lock points as well. There's the warp interlock and the warp regulator. Now these are locked behind specific ops levels. Please correct me if I get this wrong in the comment section down below. The first one is level 30 and the next one is level 36. Now that's if I remember off the top of my head. I think something's telling me the regulator itself is actually Ops 39, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you can correct me in the comment section down below, please comment in the section down below. Also, it's going to need 815,000 ISO emulsion as well. So, yeah, you will need to mine it just to get it. Now, where can you get these warp and interlocks? Surprise, surprise, they are available in-game. And Lord and behold, if I can keep my phone stood up correctly, if we jump into the territory capture store, surprise, surprise, here they are. We have the regulator, we have the interlock, but we have no blueprints. Where's the logic? Where is the logic? You've put the interlock and the regulator in here, but no blueprints. But yet, in this store, we can get the jellyfish, you can get the monavine. We haven't got that service activated, so obviously we're not going to see it. So you can get them in here, but no Meridian. Now, RevJuice and the other NDA content creators have been pushing at Scopely to actually get the blueprints added into the game in some form of a fashion. After 2 years of asking and asking and asking, we are still no closer to actually getting that in. So, God only knows if it's ever going to happen. So talking about the interlocks and regulators then, here is your warp ranges. Tier 1 is going to start off at 20. This is with no warp range increase in officers or research. Obviously, at Ops 25, the only warp range officer you're going to have pretty much is going to be Cadet Scotty. Maybe, just maybe, TOS Scotty as well. So, but TOS Scotty will not work for you, pure and simple, because he only affects Explorers. So, effectively, the only one you can use is Cadet Scotty. Maxed out is only going to give you a boost of 5. So, don't, yeah. You can get 6 using Pike Moreau Chen. Using Pike and Moreau. Not Chen, Pike Moreau. And then obviously at tier 9 is going to be warp range 95. However, these things are good from around about tier 6, tier 7 to get you out to deep space when you reach Ops 38 and are able to reach out there. Because obviously at tier 7 it's going to have a warp range of 85. So, and then protected cargo is very, very low. This was one of the biggest problems we had with the Meridian. It was actually worse than the North Star. So, moving on to crewing. How are you going to crew these things out? Well, I've got 3 crews for you to actually pick from. And to be perfectly honest, there is a 4th. And I'm not going to tell you what the 4th is. Please don't even guess what the 4th's going to be, because I will actually show you. But we're going to start with the first one. And as you can see, we have Arium here on the bridge. And basically her captain's ability is Isogen mining. As you can see, it is 60 because I have a synergy with Ash Tyler. If we actually jump into this, you'll be able to see the actual synergy bar is 20%. So she's actually at 40%. So you can use her. And also you'll need to put Mackinnon with her, which her officer's ability is also 40%. You can use Dixon Hill below deck as well if you want to use the increased mining speed. And there is also the Forbidden Technology, which also helps increase mining speed as well. Other various researches as well dotted around are of also going to be massive benefit, including the Treasury when it comes to form of cargo size, protected cargo, and mining speed of all surveys, not just particularly the faction ones, because this is obviously nothing to do with the factions. It's to do with the Meridian. You want the all survey ones. So this is the one that you could, ideally, you would say that's the one you can use because obviously they are focused on Isogen mining. Yay! But you've also got this one. Now this is, in my opinion, the best mining crew for speed. It's your best speed mining crew. Fess, Arok, Quark. Pure and simple. Pursue pursue profit where you find it. Increasing speed by 125%. But again, I have full synergy here. So let's just take a look at those synergy numbers. You can see 35% either side, so that's 70%. Take it away from the 125, you're actually only looking at about 55% increase from Fess. Now, the downside to Fess is going to be his officer's ability, because he's effectively going to reduce your protected cargo. It starts off at 30%, mine's at tier 2 or tier 3, something like that. So the higher tier you get him, the less protected cargo he takes away from you. So that number's still got a little bit to drop as well. But crewing with Quark gives you as an officer ability an extra 120%. And then a rock on the other side gives you another 40. So there's an extra 160 added on. So that's going to give you a grand total of 285% increase to mining speed. Well, effectively, that's faster than the other two. So the other crew. However, if you don't want to go for speed, you just want to go for protection, in all honesty, full protected cargo. Literally. Why is Lalane on there? I must have used her for stats, so let's just get rid of her because she doesn't need to be on there. But this is your full protected cargo, with the exception of Dixon Hill, because he's mining speed. If we actually just bring it up quickly, Dixon Hill's increasing mine speed by 30%, so you could put him on the speed mining crew as well to speed them up. But other than that, it's increased cargo. Now, we've just had Hoshi Sato drop as well. She's another protected cargo, but again, where I'm going to fit her in with this crew, unless she can replace DuPont, whose DuPont's ability at current stands at 140%, because yes, I've got to take the synergy off. He's got the low end of synergy, because obviously he's a command officer, so is T'Pring. So, yeah. But then again, T'Pring is a decent protected cargo stat, so topping out of tier 5 as 300%. And then you've got Borg T'Pring, who's at 400%, but she starts at 300% at tier 1. So mine's already tier 2 or 3, something like that. So she's giving me a lot of protected cargo as well. In fact, I think she's due for an upgrade. So, yeah. And then obviously we know about Broccoli below deck. So those are the 3 crews that you can primarily use. So, before we come round to the 4th crew, because the 4th crew is very, very important. Yes. And I'm not going to say it's ultimately the best, but it is very, very important. So if we jump here to the Isogen and Isogen 3 node, and what I'm going to do is just show you the mining rates of all 3 sets of crews, so you know what you're facing. So let's just pick this particular node. Hang on, let's see. There we go. Perfect. A maxed out Isogen 3. Now, as you can see, using Arium and Mackinnon, with their increase in Isogen mining speed, I'm doing this at 51 minutes 29 seconds. That's a fair rate of mining. However, if I jump to the speed mining crew, I'm taking an extra minute and a half off. Is it a minute and a half or is it 2 minutes? It's nearly 2 minutes. It's nearly 2 minutes. 2 minutes difference between the Isogen mining speed and the mining speed crew. 2 bloody minutes. $52 minutes, 14 seconds, just to use a protected cargo crew. 51.29. Not even a full minute's difference. So you're taking a 100% mining boost in comparison, if I can just get the button pressed, in comparison to a flat base mining crew. Well, protected mining, but it's base mining speed. It's not even a full minute. It's not even, what is it, about 48 seconds difference? 48 seconds? So this is where the 4th crew comes in. And I bet you all wondering, Pegasus, where have you got a 4th crew from? What could be this 4th crew? Well, simple. Whoever you want. Doesn't matter. Shove a crew on it, shove it out. If you're not bothered about your protected cargo, just put anybody on it and send it out. I mean, really, right? 52.14 and down to 49.36. Nearly 3 minutes. Nearly 3 minutes difference for this node. 3 minutes. Now, yes, let's throw it in there. That's the difference between you walking away from a 0 node or somebody popping you OPC. Yes, no questions about it. But really, 3 minutes difference between base mining speed and the speed mining crew? Just put anybody you want on it if you're not bothered about protected cargo. Now, let's have a quick actually look about the protected cargo I'm actually running at current. So we're going to start with our supposed best crew. Yeah, all right, whatever. So base I've got here is 108 38.9 thousand. Yes, I've got a load of research. I've got the treasury. So that's going to bring my bottom line up to where it is right now. Now, if I want to run the protective cargo crew, as you can see, nearly doubled it. I've nearly doubled it. So, in all honesty, yes, running them is absolutely fine. But when you're running a cargo hold of 3.2 million, you're having to mine a node that's 1 million strong. Yeah, okay. Now, we do have two other Isogen nodes. We've got ISO 2 and ISO 1, which runs at 750,000 for the ISO 2 and only 500,000 for the ISO 1. But what I will tell you is with the ISO 1, and you will, let's just show you the mining difference between the three nodes, because this was another part of the video that I was originally thinking, but I've not really created a full narrative around it. But this is the ISO 2. I'm not quite sure if spot on. So this is a full node running the supposed best crew. But I'll tell you what, let's take it back to the bottom. Oh my god, that's not even that much, is it? It's about a minute's difference. Nearly, oh bloody hell, let's get the screen right. 53 seconds, I think that was. 53 seconds difference. So, yeah, but as you can see, now, because I'm mining the lower grade Isogen, it's taking longer to mine. And it will be the same with ISO 1. Unfortunately, for me, that's taking a hell of a long time to actually mine a full 500,000 node. I'm not sure if we can find one straight out. Here we go. As you can see, baseline 1 hour 18 minutes, and then using the best crew 1 hour 17 minutes, using the max speed crew 1 hour 14 minutes. Wow, are we so lucky? This is why I say the fourth crew is whoever you want. Just whoever you want. Just put a single officer on it and send the damn thing out. So, but there are your three Isogen nodes. Now, the Meridian does have an extra special ability, and I'm actually going to need for this is going out to deep space. When you get to Ops 38, you will gain access to deep space, and to reach the first mining system, you are going to need a warp range of 65 to reach it. Well, fine, your Meridian is going to be able to reach it. FKR, faction miners, will be able to reach this when they get to tier 7 with a tier 8, or in fact tier 7 will be fine. A tier 8 engine will actually get you up as far as the Warp 75 system, which is the first grade. Now, because of all the warp research that I've got, I've just maxed out the enhanced warp cores in the galaxy tree. I can actually take my ship all the way up to the level 46 systems, because obviously, as you can see, 123. Putting Cadet Scotty on there, putting Grush on there is definitely going to increase its warp range as well. So I could potentially take it just a little bit further. But if we actually put the Discovery on, and then we can show you the ideal mining rate that we actually have here. So if we go for Explorer and that one, and I'm also going to need for this particular showing the Antares. So as you can see, my Antares is actually a tier 7, and I will just show you a tier 7 with its it's ready to go to tier 8. But the warp range I have for this ship, bearing in mind I do have the research as well, is 87. So you can knock about 20 off that, something like that. So you can reach these systems with the faction miner. I mean, heaven forbid, using the Horizon, tier 9 Horizon I've got with the warp range increase, I could actually bring the Horizon, there's the Horizon, I can bring the Horizon out here myself. But anyway, so let's jump the Discovery out, and we'll show you what you can do at Ops 38 with the Meridian, because this will pretty much be the first ship that you can actually bring out to these nodes. So I've got no particular special cruise on here. So as you can see, mining this node, I'm going to, because we're not going to actually find a full node here, mining rate for the Meridian is 29,469, which is actually pretty reasonable. It's pretty decent. When you compare it with the with a maxed out Horizon, which is mining at 51,000. So yes, that's a 22,000 difference. So now putting in the faction miner, that's going to add an extra. I'm going to get blown up here, so better make this quick. Yeah, here it comes. Adding an extra, what, 13,000 there. So yes, the Meridian is not as fast as the Horizon or the faction miner, but it's still going to be a decent miner for you to take out there and actively use. So that bit done, let's jump into the bit about the research and what various research there actually is. Now, as you know, there are various researches across the various trees. You've got the galaxy tree, you've got the combat tree as well. So you've got them particularly to use, but primarily where you're going to be focused is in the territory research tree itself. And as you can see, you've got Isogen 1 extraction, ISO 2 extraction, and further on is Isogen 3. You've got cargo security down there, which is increasing your Come on. There we go. It's increasing your base protected cargo. So again, that's another thing you're going to need. But as well, from when you actively see this one pop up, this is the one you need to max out as fast as possible. Increasing the base protected cargo for the Meridian. This was the fix that Scopely gave us. And to be perfectly frank, if you are hot on the research, hot on mining Isogen and refining it, you will find getting this to level 10 inside 7 days is very, very easy. So you will be able to do this very fast if you actually, dump everything into it. If you dump all your ISO emotion into it, you will actually get it done. But let's have a look what else I've got. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Obviously, Fleet Commander Spock as well, who's got a cargo size increase and a protected cargo. So that's going to be another thing as well to have and actually actively use. You do have Fleet Commander Kirk as well that has the warp range increase on a percentage basis. Hence the reason why my numbers are rather funny. So you do have that. But other than that, there's not much else for... Oh, there is actually more for Isogen in here. You've got this one here. You've got... oh, no, that's... Yeah. No, actually, no. I think that's pretty much it. Let's have a look at the second batch. Oh, yeah, you've got this one here. Increasing the base mining speed. So actually worth going after. And as you can see, it's costing ISO Emotion and the new Chronoton particles, which was introduced in the latest update to territories, which was back in October 2023. We're currently near the end of season 2. Actually, yeah, I think we're just over 30 days away from completing season 2. They didn't launch season 2 when it should have actually dropped. So yes, you've got all this research. Definitely worth going after. I would not say hold back when it comes to actually mining Isogen. Now, we do have various different things as well. We've got a refit. Why I said all these various things, different various things, I don't know, but we do have a lot of research. But we also have a refit. Now, where you're going to acquire the refits, there is literally only one source in place at current. Yes, as you can see on the screen, you know exactly where I'm going. I'm going back into special ships unlocks, and I'm going to scroll right across all the way further down to here. So we've got two Meridian Refit Elite and Meridian Refit. $100 $20. Now let's have a look at the $20. There's only one you're allowed. Gives you the full amount of blueprints and gives you 2 ISO Emotion for your alliance. Wow. When my research is costing me 100,000 of this thing, yeah, that's absolutely nothing. But then again, it's the alliance gift. Scopely don't value them very high, but it has to fit with the value of the pack. So here's the elite one, which is going to give you a lot more, and it's going to give you directly 687,000 ISO Emotion, which is actually quite nice. Yes, I'm on 3.4 million, but that's because of my pulls, which I'm going to show you shortly. And let's just have a quick laugh at the bottom. Or at least you're going to get 10 in this pack for your alliance. So you're going to get them, then you're going to take it to the refinery. Okay, so you're not actually taking it to a refinery. You're taking it to the armory. That's what I was meant to say. The armory. So going through abilities, and then what you'll need to do is you'll need to go through ship skins. And obviously it's going to be in that green section. I already have this, so this is the refit itself, and as you can see, unlocks an additional Isogen refinery options. Yeah. Let me just say straight out that this refit is one of the biggest lemons going. I did get this through an event store many moons ago. I can't see it ever coming back into an event store because it is literally a lemon. And this is the reason why. Here's my Isogen pulls for all 3 grades. Look at the difference between 3 chest and the 4 chest, because it adds the 4 chest. But the costs are stupid. It's absolutely stupid. However, it's absolutely worth it if you actually want to get as much Isogen as fast as possible. As you can see by the amount of Isogen that I'm going to get per chest, it really does add up. And that's the only way that I can get to like 3.4 million relatively quickly. It still take me about a week or 2 to actually reach that high. But I can actually do it, which is actually pretty good. So ultimately, as much as I just call this refit a lemon, yeah, it does have its uses, but that's only for those of you who actually will use the 4 chest. If you don't want to use the 4 chest, if you're not bothered about rushing to get more Isogen Emotion fast, then don't get it. In simple terms, do not buy it. If you do not see any value, you do not want to use it, don't get it. Pure and simple. I'm not going to actively encourage you to go spend $20 on this thing. $20 is nothing in the grand scheme of things, but is it worth it to you? But that's down for you to decide. But that's pretty much it. That's the Meridian and its refit. So let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Is the Meridian a useful ship for you? I'm finding it useful, but like I said, now for me, 3 is just not enough. Not with the length of time it takes to do that mining, and especially when you're at war and you're constantly going to lose your miners in your territory. So just watch out for that one. Now we do have, before we actually finish the video, I will just point out that there are other Isogen 1 nodes out there. So if we jump into Galaxy View, and come on. Oh, bloody hell, that's the system view. And here we go. So if we scroll out and jump here, pretty much most of the systems, bar the 3 white dots on the right-hand side of the purple space, will all have at least 6 Isogen 1 nodes in them. However, if you do come down here as well to these 3 particular systems, these are also Isogen 1 nodes. So by all means, go in there, mine your Isogen 1 with the Meridian. Again, it's going to take you around about the same time to mine them anyway. Being in territory, there's not really much difference. So that's it. That's the Meridian. you found this video helpful, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Also, if you wish to donate to the channel, the links are in the description down below. Join button for membership as well. To actually, as a new perk that I've added to members, is a chance you get to see my videos that I release, selected videos at least, 24 hours, well, around about 24 hours in advance of release to the general public here on YouTube. But anyway, thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure talking about the Meridian again, and something different, considering that the up-to-date content's not really giving me much to talk about lately, which is a damn shame. But anyway, that's all for me today. Thank you for joining me. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next one. Goodbye.